Severe thunderstorm warnings for Fargo, Moorhead areas. This storm that's off to the west of us is moving in our general direction. Hail and gusty wind will be the primary threat, although this storm certainly has some structure. We've seen from time to time behind this rain there is a lowering of the cloud base out there. The National Weather Service, as you see crawling across the bottom of your screen, has what's called a tornado possible description of this particular storm. These storms stretch from the Highway 2 corridor off to the east of Grand Forks, and you see they cut off sharply at the I-94 corridor. Let's get into the Fargo-Moorhead area because they have just issued the storm warning for Fargo. If you're at the street fair now in downtown Fargo, or if you're at the Red River Valley Fair, which is right here at the notch in Interstate 94, now is the time to take shelter and get out and into something a little bit more sturdy as this storm makes its way towards us. It's moving east or east-southeast at about 20 to 25 miles per hour. It's going to be capable of over 1-inch diameter hail with that cell as it works its way through and into the Fargo-Moorhead area. 60-mile-per-hour gusts will be a possibility from this storm as well. I'm going to put a tracking line on this from the heaviest area of the storm as it makes its way into the western side of town. I'll need to stretch this out. So, West Fargo, the fairgrounds, the Red River Valley Fairgrounds, at about 4:10, that storm will be pushing in. Gusty winds, upwards of 60 miles per hour for some, not all areas, and it will move on into the downtown Fargo area and the airport area. That's where this is locked into, is that airport location, which isn't far from downtown, by around 4:25. So we'll keep you posted. I do want to take a minute and look inside the cloud at any spin that it might have because we have seen some lowering. I'm not seeing a clear indication of that at this particular time, and we're keeping our eyes on our sky cam with that particular storm as well. Now, there's another storm in northern Cass County here near the Hope and Page area, exiting Hope towards Page. That's moving southeast at 25 miles per hour and will be in rural northern parts of the Cass County area and Highway 18 corridor, Hunter and Point South. That storm capable of 1 1/2 inch diameter hail. Now, we talked last time, Mayville, a storm moving right over the radar, was not warned. They have rewarned it for 70-mile-per-hour winds. Because this is so close to the radar site, we can get excellent low-level wind measurements from the Doppler radar, and this storm is very windy right here, right on the highway as you go into Highway 200 and the I-29 corridor from Buxton to Hillsborough. Be prepared for very strong localized winds right now until Hutch. It looks like this area right here is where some of the strongest winds are, just based on that structure we're seeing. Now, Polk County, we're getting some good rain in Grand Forks, not severe there, but these storms that are kind of backward C-shape here, that is called a bow, a B-O-W, echo, and that means the winds would be coming from the west, quite gusty, upwards of 60 miles per hour. It is heading in the general direction of Thief River Falls. The hail potential from this storm waning just a bit, but we're going to keep our eyes on it. If you happen to be at the Pennington County Fair, we'll watch this for you. Have your Valley News Live weather app handy, and if anything becomes of it, we'll let you know. You see the greens next to the reds here? There is a little bit of spin in this storm as well. The risk of a tornado tonight is not great, but we'll keep our eyes on the skies for you. Here's the hail cores with these cells, the purple blobs that you see. I do want to show the sky cam here if I can get to it, as we'll take a peek at what is going on. This video, by the way, sent in by Allison of Grand Forks as the storms moved overhead. It's more of a time lapse, so you can really see the motion within the clouds there as these storms work their way through. Here's our tower cam, and this is what we're watching. This is called a rain-free base, where you can see the light underneath the flat part of the cloud. And then behind that rain shaft, from time to time, it's hard to see through rain, right? But wrapped in rain back here was a lowering of the cloud base moments ago. We'll keep our eyes on it here. We're watching it for you. If you are at the street fair, if you're at the Red River Valley Fair, now is the time to exit and get somewhere safe. Get off the rides, batten down the hatches if you're downtown, showing off your wares at the street fair as well. A very windy storm that could possibly make a tornado is heading in our general direction. We will keep you posted right here on Valley News Live. Our 5 o'clock broadcast, or 4 o'clock broadcast begins very shortly. Be sure to tune in. And again, have your Valley News Live weather app handy. We'll get you back to programming right now.
For continuous weather coverage, download the free Valley News Live.